Hey there, friends, and welcome back to another Daily Dose of Hope, or in our case, the Being Challenge. Today is day 11 in our Being Challenge, and we're still making our way through our first keystone habit, the keystone habit of commit to community. As we commit to community, we remember that we are not individual only, but rather we are part of a collective body. We're part of the body of Christ. It's interesting how in our current day, we like to focus on our individuality, the idea of personal faith, the idea of what is your personal experience with God. But that whole individualism idea is a pretty slippery slope. When we start to personalize or individualize our faith at the expense of the body of Christ, we begin to isolate ourselves from the rest of the community, the rest of the body of Christ. One of my biggest fears throughout this entire pandemic time was this idea of social isolationism. And I think the words are a little bit tricky, and I've tried my hardest to not speak the words social distancing. And it's only because I'm not rebelling against the distancing idea. It's the idea of social distancing. In a time when we cannot be physically interacting with one another the way we used to, sitting in crowded rooms, engaging in conversation face to face, handshakes and hugs and things that we used to take for granted, we're not allowed to do those right now, or at least encouraged not to. But when we physically can't be connected with one another, we better be as socially connected as possible. Make phone calls. Go visit your neighbor, but stay farther away than normal. Greet them from 6 feet apart, or sit around a fire in your backyard and just stay on opposite sides of the fire. Enjoy times you can spend with people. Shout at your neighbor across the backyard, whatever it is, but stay socially connected. Today's day 11 Being Challenged truth is the sneaky enemy of individualism. A quote I want to read to you. Jesus is inviting us to give up our self-reliance and come into a relationship with him. You see, the whole idea is deny yourself and take up your cross and follow Christ. The Bible talks numerous times and in various ways about what it looks like when you and I quit focusing on me and start focusing on we. And so that's the point. The point of all of this is that we focus less on me and more on we. And so as we work through this, as we walk through this together, realize that we're all parts of the body of Christ. And no one part is any more important or less important than the other. And just like the toe can't go walking off on its own, neither should you be socially isolated from the rest of the body of Christ. Stay connected. Phone a friend. Talk to those people you haven't talked to in a while, but stay socially engaged, even if we're going to stay physically distanced from one another for a time. All right, that's it. That's today's Being Challenge. The idea of individual is good, but bodily, family, collective connectedness is better or even best. All right, that's it for today, friends. Be well in all that you do, and we'll be back again tomorrow.